You know, after watching the Sonic Central livestream showing off Sonic Colors Ultimate and the brand new Sonic game being released next year, it's made me realize how many adventures he's been on for about 30 years. So, from my belated addition to his anniversary celebration by the community, I decided to look back and review every single Sonic game released. But since there's so many, I'll do them all individually in 10 words or less. Now I know I said every single game, but how am I supposed to review something like Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop? I mean, like, come on. What I actually mean is that I'm reviewing every main Sonic game to be released on a console. I'll tackle a few handheld ports and some other games I threw in this list just for fun. All of the rankings are 0 out of 10 as per usual. You better get ready and get comfortable, because for this countdown, we gotta go fast.
Here we go!
For his first ever adventure, he's pretty slow here. Why is there an auto-scroller in a Sonic game? Oh my god, did Tails die? Double the Tails, double the adventure, double the annoying sidekicks. The level design is just so...
Strange, isn't it?
Funky action!
Is it just me, or does this game seem incomplete? Why the hell am I in a car?
And that's why Sonic Drift sucks.
Oh, wait a minute. This explains everything now. Easily the best Sonic game in the entire franchise. Watch out for Dr. Robotonic's new plan. See? I could be like Donkey Kong Country too! This is the most out-of-place game soundtrack ever. And the award for Best Animated Lip Syncing goes to... This party game is so freaking slow. The game that's worse than the fans like to admit. Gotta love the characters always explaining the obvious. This game screams 2005 and it's hilariously bad. The only good game to come from his 15th anniversary. No. Just no. What do I give this game?
1!
We must gather the magical Fruit Loops before I die. Look, Mama, I'm flying. Whee! This music is making my ears bleed. I wonder what's around this corner. Why does the soundtrack slap so much? I bet you didn't even know this existed. At least he's still a good sport when racing. I think Sega forgot what made Sonic good. How to tell if you have spondylosis. Don't play this game if you're colorblind. And then, everything changed when the Classic Nation attacked. Springs everywhere. Danica Patrick is my favorite Sonic character. Why did this game get a PC port again? Well, at least the TV show was funny. God bless them, they did try with this one. You get evaporation if you combine those. Please stop tugging on my nostalgic heartstrings! DeviantArt, the video game, now available for $40. The definitive, I don't have friends to play with experience. And that's all of the current main games to be released. But of course, you don't care about all of these. What you really care about are what are the best and worst Sonic games. Well, you're in luck, because I now brought in 3 games for each category, and I'll be going through them together. Now keep in mind, this is purely my opinion. If you have a differing opinion, I would love to hear it in the comments. So at least take this countdown with a grain of salt. Alright, here we go. Third best, Sonic Mania. Man, he desperately needed a game like this as soon as he could. Thanks to Christian Whitehead and his team, they were able to remind the world what made Sonic games fun to play to begin with. Super fast gameplay, beautiful pixel graphics, amazing soundtrack, awesome levels with hundreds of multiple paths. I guess the only critique would be the lack of originality and how much it relies on nostalgia. But my god, it does a great job with the nostalgic pandering. Third worst, Sonic Forces. This might not be the worst Sonic game out there, probably not even the third worst, but it deserves a spot on the worst list for what it represents for the community. This was the game we got after the hugely successful and fun Sonic Mania? A boring, bland Sonic game that feels like it's on autopilot for 3 hours? Even the avatar creation mechanic isn't even that interesting. And no, the gamer hat wasn't worth it all. Second best, Sonic Unleashed. I know. The Werehog sections feel slapped together and don't feel Sonic-like at all. But you know what? I don't care. I actually don't mind these levels. Sure, they're long, but I like to see them as a nice break, just beating up every enemy in sight. It's nice to take a break considering that this is the fastest we've ever seen Sonic run. And for a 2008 game, it still looks and sounds absolutely gorgeous. Until your console screams in agony from rendering everything. But I feel like Sonic Unleashed is a great time, and I'm glad the community is starting to look back at it fondly. Please remake or give it a PC port. Second worst, Sonic the Hedgehog, also known as Sonic 06. I'm probably not going to be making many friends today, but I'll defend this game for a little bit. The graphics do look pretty nice for a launch title, and the music slaps just as much as Black Knight's music. But for everything else, yeah, I'm on board with everybody else. The story is terrible, the game is a bug-riddled mess, the voice acting is hilariously bad, and it forever tarnished the reputation of the franchise. Oh well, at least it can be pretty fun to meme.
One!
And in my opinion, the best Sonic game in the entire franchise is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. This game has absolutely everything I could possibly want in a sequel. High-speed action, new characters that spice up the gameplay, secrets absolutely everywhere and hidden really well, content bursting out the seams, so they had no choice but to sell the game as separate packs to combine and include more content. And don't even get me started on the beautiful soundtrack. It really makes me sad that it went unnoticed by Sega for the longest time. But with this new collection coming out soon, it looks like it's finally getting the reputation it deserves, and I can't be any happier. So to everybody that developed this game, thank you so much for making it happen. But now, the worst Sonic game in the entire franchise, in my opinion, is Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric. I know that technically Sonic 06 is a worse game, but hear me out. Thanks to this game, people making fun of Sonic on the internet now became a standard, and he didn't deserve something like that to happen. If he goes through another Dark Age, he probably won't be able to live through it and just go under. Despite all that, this game is another bug-riddled mess. But at least Sonic 06 had nice graphics, level design, and music. This game has absolutely nothing and it feels so bare bones. Why reboot the series and establish no kind of story whatsoever? The only good thing about the Boom series is the TV show. It never took itself too seriously and had the right amount of goofiness. But a good TV show was not enough for this boring franchise. And I find boring games to be even worse than bad games, since we have lots of stuff to poke fun at in 06. But for Boom, we have nothing. And that's terrible. Thank you for watching me review a whole bunch of Sonic games in 10 words or less, and then ramble on why some games are good or bad. I cannot wait to see how many enemies I have made from this one simple video. Oh well, we currently live in this hellhole that we call 2021, so might as well make the most of it. If you'd like to check out some of my other stuff, come check out my channel where I do Let's Plays of other games and sometimes some Sonic stuff too. And if you'd like to see more like this, be sure to like the video, let me know in the comments down below, and subscribe to be notified when I do more. Don't forget to hit that bell. Alright, now that I'm done making this video, I am going to go sleep. Just like what Sonic does all the time for some reason. Goodbye.